get the memo about the red lipstick, guys. Okay. A very good morning and welcome to the Ladies Club. My name is Valen Kirtley and thank you for joining us for another fantastic episode of the TLC right here on SABC2, where you belong.
Madimeka la pere la amla nana o la rena le rata hala mafumahadi na lebitso la ka moemotle ke lebo motswedi me ka jeno re le tshwantse la ne o le rata hang an exciting show because re tlo bua ka papadi ya golf. Joining us in studio is a golfer Leslie Grande and o tla ba bua le rena ka papadi ya ha ya golf. Yes, we'll also be chatting all things other sporting cause looking forward to chatting to you guys kwana lapeng. Hopolang hore ka sebedisa hashtag ya rona the Ladies Club at sport@SABC at Valen Kirtley at lebo motswedi la o ka ya ko Facebook ko Instagram le ko Twitter remo bua le rona moemotle.
Yes. Every one of them. Just get involved. Hashtag the Ladies Club. It's that easy. Our topic today is women who are leading a revolution in golf. South Africa's blessed to have women who are shifting the landscape when it comes to the sport. Go to any golf course in the country and you'll see women and girls picking up the game faster than ever. We have the trailblazing woman from generations before to thank for that, along with the bold leading ladies of today, and those that are creating the platform and the pathways for them to own and transform the game.
Absolutely. Now, a round of golf is a fantastic opportunity to have fun and enjoy the beautiful outdoors and remove yourself from the stress of the daily life. And what tabisa ho bona mafumahadi a rona a Africa bora anka karolo papading ena ya golf and are getting into this great game, as we say. Now, today we salute all women who have transformed and revolutionized the thinking of the men's game. Yeah, it is the thinking of the men's game.
Yes, because there's always that lovely joke that people like to tell you, and it's always comes from the men.
Yeah.
Golf is actually an acronym that says gentlemen only, ladies forbidden. That is not the truth.
That is
any
not true at all.
any longer. We promised that we weren't only going to be speaking about golf. There's a couple of stories that we want to highlight. This is one of them. The International Cricket Council has submitted a bid for the inclusion of T20 women's cricket into the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. The bid, made in partnership with the England and Wales Cricket Board, will see one of the world's fastest growing women's team sports apply to become part of the Games.
I'm looking forward to that. Cricket has made just one appearance at the Games previously. I mean, with the men playing in the 1998 Games in Kuala Lumpur, where South Africa, in fact, stood on top of the podium. So it's really great to see whether or not it will be included. I'm looking forward to that decision eventually coming.
Yeah, we certainly saw lots of excitement around the Women's World
T20
Championship,
where
which
the women's pro teams were in action.
And which recently concluded. So I think that would be a great addition to the Commonwealth Games, especially because it focuses in on those sports that are strong in the Commonwealth nations. Let's bring you our quote for today. We get inspired by none other than track star Caster Semenya. She says, it's all about the hard work, knowing your strengths and weaknesses. You work on what you know you can do best. I have speed, and speed she certainly does.
Absolutely. Caster Semenya is, of course, a South African darling who rules and dominates the track. The middle distance runner is an Olympic gold medalist following her victories. Ko karolong ya dimetara tse makgolo a robedi ka selemo sa 2012 fihlela 2016 ke bua ka tsona papadi tsa di-Olympic. Le ka 2016, Caster became the first person to win all three of the 400, 800 and 1,500 meter titles. This was at the South African National Championships, where she set a world-leading marks of 50.74 seconds, 1.5845 seconds in the first two events. I mean, she's really has had an incredible time on the track.
2018, wasn't it just the most incredible year for her? And also the fact that she's gone 3 years unbeaten over 800 meters.
She's unstoppable.
Yes, she is unstoppable. And I think that, you know, what she's going to leave for the generations to come can't really be quantified right now. We're only really going to understand that impact in a couple of years. No. And that's how it is, I think, when you're experiencing, you're witnessing history right in front of you. You don't quite understand exactly what it means. And to think that she won the 800 meters and the 1,500 meters gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. I mean, two specialist events. You know,
incredible.
People in their own right become maybe just an 800 meter athlete or a 1,500 meters.
Not true. So it's really incredible to see what she's done this year.
Okay, should we take a quick break?
Absolutely.
All right, we're taking a quick break. When we come back, we've got our game changer in our lounge, and we're going to be chatting to her. Stay with us.
Welcome back. Please join us on Facebook, Twitter, also via email. Give us your thoughts. Molnano Larna Lama Fumahadi, ailing the Ladies Club at sport at SABC at Vaden Curtly at Lebo Mutsuri Hopelang Fella. Let's say hashtag the Ladies Club. How do we go?
Yes, our inspiring story. This one is about Team South Africa. They fared so well at the Life Saving World Championships in Australia. South Africa's Queen of the Beach sprints, Mandy Moritz, bagged silver in the women's open flags.
Wow. Now, Ellie Chiselle also won silver in the youth surfs UL. Her compatriots Kira Bester, Tamron McKee and Alice Edward won gold in the junior mixed simulated emergency rescue competition. Well done, ladies.
Yeah. Congratulations. Should we focus in on our guest?
Let's
game changer today.
on our game changer.
Absolutely beautiful. Leslie Grande, born in Madagascar. She started playing golf back in 2012, so she picked up the game quite late. She was afforded the opportunity to play amateur regional events in Africa and France, which took her game to new heights.
And it was only in 2015 that she started to take her game more seriously following her move to South Africa. She has since played on the Sunshine Ladies Tour in the Pink Stick series and the IGT Challenge Tour. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome Leslie Grande.
Thank you, ladies. Thanks for having me.
It's really fantastic to have you in studio, but as late as 2012, you started really taking part in golf. What made you completely switch and fall in love with the sport?
Well, I'd say it really was not supposed to happen that way. I was not really a sports person until I started running a little bit and doing some trail running when I was living in New Caledonia. So that was in 2011, 12. So that's when I picked up golf. It was just a one-day thing, going to the driving range and starting to hit some balls, and I got hooked and came back almost every weekend.
Wow.
So when you were going through your schooling years, through primary and high school, you never were very competitive on the sports field?
It was just the school programs that we had for sports, and I've never been very competitive or took on a specific sport or.
Were you surprised then when you got involved in golf and then you realized just 3 years later, man, I actually want to turn this into a profession. I really want to get serious about it. You discovered a part of yourself that had been buried for so many years.
I'd say yes, because as I said, it was not meant to happen. I was working full-time at the time I started playing golf. I had a job, and then we moved to Gabon after, maybe just a year after I picked up golf. So there I started to play a little bit more. I had the opportunity to play more regional events, amateur events, and I was even more addicted.
So you were born in Madagascar, and it's through the travels that took place from Madagascar to South Africa that you fell in love with the sport. How big of a sport then is it back home where you come from?
Unfortunately, it's still in a growing phase, I'd say. Sport is not that big in Madagascar except for soccer, all the classic sports that is really, really big everywhere in the world, I'd say. Talking about golf, it's absolutely very little. We have about 4 golf courses for 25 million population, so it's really not big. But we do have now a recognized golf federation in place, and they are doing everything they can to grow the golf. And we have also other professionals that went back home that used to be in South Africa and went back home now and opened an academy and stuff. So everything is getting better, I'd say, to grow the game of golf there.
Would you like to do that in the years to come?
Going back home and grow the golf?
Yeah.
It is not something that I'm not excluding, absolutely not. And I'm really in contact with my colleagues there, following up closely. But right now I'm focusing on my playing career, let's say. It's something I decided to do just a few months ago, so I'll focus on that first.
So you're going to focus on the playing career, but you also have a coaching career that you also want to focus on. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes, that is actually another aspect, very exciting of the game.
Yeah.
In South Africa, I had the opportunity to start my PGA course, enroll for that course, which is a 3-year course. We learn a lot, really a lot. The PGA here in South Africa is really amazing. to teach us how to teach, to teach us about how to play and how to manage a golf business. So I felt I grew a lot from that course, even if I haven't completed yet. I'm qualifying next year in September normally. So yes, I started the coaching career. I'm enjoying it, especially working with kids. It's always amazing. You discover a lot of young talents, and that can go very far. And here in South Africa, it's like a paradise for a coach or a player. We have all the infrastructure to do coaching and to practice and everything.
Tell us about that decision to leave your career. You had gone to university, you've got a business degree, you were employed, you were working, and then you decided, you know what, I'm actually going to put all my energy now into golf. That must be it's a huge decision to make, but also quite nerve-wracking.
It is, especially when you know that you started the game like 3 years ago. So when I made that decision, but I'm not afraid of challenges. I love the game, so why not? I give myself a chance to succeed in that domain. So we'll see.
Do you think that enough has been done to support women golfers in South Africa now that you're here?
Well, compared to where I am from, it's amazing. But I'm sure that there are more that can be done. A lot of efforts are being done toward that, and especially the Women's PGA. There are great people out there working for the women's golf only, dedicated, and they're supporting us. They're going out to find the sponsors for us to give us those tournaments that we get the chance to play. Yes, but a little bit more could be done. Especially we need to attract more media exposure to the game, I suppose. For the ladies' game especially, to attract those sponsors as well. Because the girls can play, really. There's a lot of talents out there, really. We just need that little boost from the corporates to get the women's golf a little bit higher.
You've recently returned from a trip to Côte d'Ivoire. You were playing in a tournament there, so you are traveling, you are playing, but your big goal is to reach the final stage of the LET qualifying school. Just tell us a little bit about what your goals are over the next couple of months, because you said you've got them nicely planned out for the next couple of months.
Yes, that's true. So I'll talk about the LET qualifiers first. I went to the qualifiers in Morocco. It was my first experience attempting to qualify for the LET. And it didn't go as I planned, but I felt like I learned a lot over a week there. That single tournament taught me a lot more than my practices for the last 3 months or so. Having the chance to play amongst, I wouldn't say against, amongst all these girls that are much more experienced than me, that really taught me a lot of little details, especially in golf. You focus on a lot of details to help your game. You play against yourself, so you learn about yourself in those pressure situations. And I felt like I learned a lot there in Morocco. I didn't qualify, but I'm ready to come back next year. So.
Sure. Really exciting story and journey you've had. That's Leslie Grande. Moya motla go tswela pele ho bua le ena ka leeto la hae ha re bua ka papadi ya golf ha re khutla papatsong mona mo the Ladies Club. Dulang le rona. Absolutely not.
Welcome back. You're watching the Ladies Club. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're into the final part of today's episode. So before we start speaking about our game changer, we've got Leslie Grande in studio. Let's speak a little bit about our trailblazer.
Absolutely. Our trailblazer, Gompieno and Sally Little. Born and bred in the mother city, Sally would tag along behind her dad, Percy Little, on his regular weekend round of golf.
Then at 12 years old, she began to play the game in earnest. Sally went on to enjoy a successful 30-year career on the LPGA Tour, winning 15 titles, including 2 majors, the last being the Canadian Open back in 1988.
I wonder, Leslie, what kind of impact women such as Sally Ann have had in your career?
Sally Little, she's a real inspiration for a lot of professional women golfers around here. She's the one who broke the glasses and went out there and stood up and made the game shine. So today she's still an inspiration, and she's still out there. She's still playing every now and then. So yeah, we're very, very blessed to have her influence, especially being here in South Africa. She's a big person in South Africa. She's our Lady Gary player, basically.
Yes, she is indeed.
She certainly is. Who would you say has had the biggest impact on your golfing career?
I would say no one, unfortunately.
Or fortunately. Or fortunate. It doesn't have to be unfortunate.
I'd say unfortunately, because if I have known more about golf before, I think I would have picked up the game earlier, which I still think is something I should have done. But yeah, the fact that I didn't know much about golf back then, it just didn't got me into the game at the right time. So today I still feel in my game an impact of the fact that I didn't start as early as my colleagues, my competitors, and so on.
But it makes you really hungry, obviously, at your age to just learn, because everything is brand new and everything is exciting, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. I'm learning every day.
And what difference would it have made had you started earlier, you think?
You know, golf is a muscle memory sport. So if you picked it up early, I guess you just stand over the ball and just rip it. So
Wow.
yeah, sometimes it's just having started later, I think I sometimes still think about technique sometimes when I'm playing, which is not really recommended.
You are teaching yourself because you yourself are a PGA apprentice when it comes to your swing, but you've also got some other people in your team, including a psychological coach. Just tell us about the people that make up Team Leslie Grande.
I have great support around me, I must say. People accepted to help me without really expecting a lot in return. Somebody like Cobus Visser, he's a sports psychologist. He accepted to help me for nothing, and just for experience and sharing and stuff. So yes, the mental side of the game is very, very important in the game. Because you really deal with yourself out there. Nobody's gonna help you when something goes wrong. You just have to stand up and grab your courage and go and find a solution when things go wrong. So, and as I said, you play against yourself. So that is, I think, the biggest mental challenge for golf.
Leslie, what are some of your career highlights? We know that last year you played in some professional events in the Sunshine Tour. You've been here in South Africa winning the game that was the Dainfern Country Club, the championship back in 2015. You did it also in 2014. So what has been some of your highlights?
Like you said, I'm so hungry about this game. So I feel like I'm still a beginner at this professional game, really. And that's, I'd say, my highlights are probably still to come. But yeah, as an amateur, there are a few things that come back in my mind and that really sometimes just help me stand up after a bad round and just go out there again and practice. So I'd call those highlights. They're not big deals for some people, but for me they are, because they are a booster for me. So, yes.
You obviously watch golf on the weekends. Who's the golfer that you watch and you think, you know what, if I could swing like you, if I could drive like you, if I could putt like you, who would it be? Who do you really look at and think, wow, I love the way that you play?
If you look at the men's golf, I'd say Henrik Stenson is really my hero in golf. He got that attitude that is just so good on the golf course. He strikes the ball beautifully. He's got a simple swing, and that works beautifully as well. So for me, Henrik Stenson is a great golfer. And if I look at the women's golf, you must recognize the Asian girls. They are really good. Yeah. They are dominating the sport right now. If you look at the top 10 in the world, I don't know how many are there, just are Asians, Korean, and Japanese. And amongst those girls, I'd say Araya Jutanagan. I'm not sure I'm saying the name right, but she's a Thai girl, #1 in the world, and she's just amazing. She's very humble and beautiful golfer. All the aspects of the game. She has a long game, short game, putting. She's really good.
And how important is family support in your chosen field of career?
I think it does it all, really. If you don't have the support around you, there is nothing you can do, especially in golf. I think in other sports, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. Yeah. If you don't have that family support, you won't go nowhere. You won't go nowhere. It's being deciding to become a professional athlete. Yeah. Is so individual. Yeah. It is very individual already in your research of performance and so on. So you definitely need that surrounding to support you. Because
you've got your hubby who's there with you throughout this journey.
Absolutely, and he's been amazing supporting me through this journey. He's doing very, very well, really. Yeah.
Who's Leslie away from the golf course? What do you do for fun?
What I do for fun?
Yeah.
A lot of things. Yeah, I like running, trail running. When back in New Caledonia, I used to do a lot of kite surfing, but in Joburg it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I do a lot of activities. I like cycling every now and then. Yeah, but never been so addicted like this golf thing.
Really? This golf. Wow. And when you have a big championship coming, is there particular music maybe you listen to get you psyched up, to get you going?
Psyched up to calm down.
Psyched up, both.
I'd say, yeah, sometimes depends on how your emotions are when you wake up in the morning.
What would you listen to?
I don't really have a special music, but sometimes I just like to listen to, what is that song? I won't remember the title right now.
Can you sing it?
No, please.
Singing is only kept for the shower.
Yeah,
that I do.
Do you have any lucky charm that you take with you when you go out onto the golf course? Or is there any little special routine that you have?
No.
Nothing
really,
like that?
No. I used to be a little bit superstitious on a few things, but I just figured out it doesn't do anything. So,
wow.
Yeah, and now I just take things as they come. Like how I wake up in the morning. If I feel a bit stiff, I'll go through my whole stretching routine and go out there and warm up and rock up to the tee box.
Wow. Leslie, thank you so much. You've been a true inspiration this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the Ladies Club. And best of luck with that PGA qualification of being a coach.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
That was our Game Changers Day. Thank you so much for being in studio with us, Leslie Grande. And this is how we come to the end of today's show. Remember, until we meet again, that greatness is always earned and never, ever given. Bye-bye.
Cheers.